And we begin with breaking news in the West Valley. Fire crews are battling a big brush fire burning in the Agua Fria River bottom. These are live pictures right now. It looks like it's mostly kind of charcoals and some smaller flames, but a lot of smoke out there. There's a lot of brush, a lot of salt cedar, kind of those smaller trees down there in the river bottom, and they really burn. So this is near I-10 and Dysart Road. Avondale Fire telling us roughly 10 acres are burning. The good news is no structures appear to be in the way of this fire. Show you some video now from earlier. Our crew was there as flames started shooting high into the air multiple times. Avondale Fire says no injuries have been reported, and again, no word yet if any structures are being threatened. But in that river bottom, there are very few structures down there. So stay with 12 News for updates. We'll have the latest for you tomorrow on Today in AZ. New details on a tragic accident. A 4-year-old boy who drowned while swimming at a church pool party at a Chandler City pool. 18 lifeguards were on duty when this happened last week. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. Tonight we're hearing from the pastor of that church about how his congregation is dealing with this loss. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra in Chandler with the story.
It's been 1 week since a 4-year-old boy drowned in this pool. All of the grief and sorrow is still weighing heavy on his fellow church members who gathered for service this morning.
One of us hurts, we all hurt.
Pastor Paul Smith is ending his sermon with a solemn sentiment this Sunday.
The outpouring of love from our church for family and grief has been overwhelming.
For many, it's their first time sitting in the pews of First Baptist Church in Chandler since a young member of their congregation tragically died.
No one's prepared for this. It's shocking.
A 4-year-old boy drowned last Sunday while swimming at the Hamilton Aquatic Center just down the road. He was there with the same congregation for a church event.
Because it was a church event and the rescue and CPR and everything was so public in front of everyone, it's made it a lot more of a challenge, and it feels not just like somebody in our church lost a child, it almost feels like the church lost a child because we were there when it happened.
According to Chandler officials, the boy was found submerged underwater by one of the 18 lifeguards on duty that night. They started CPR and first responders continued, but the boy died at the hospital. Police are still investigating what led up to the incident and the response.
I hate to say this, but the reality is accidents do happen. We want to do all we can to prevent them, but they still happen.
Smith tells me his congregation is stepping up to help this family.
It doesn't matter where you're from, tragedy strikes.
And he's leaning on faith to help his congregation heal.
Why do bad things happen to good people? I can give some pretty good answers, but that's very general. When it comes down to this specific case, I don't have answers.
The drowning is still under investigation by police. Anyone looking to help this family is asked to reach out to First Baptist Church in Chandler. In Chandler, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
New at 10, Gilbert police arrest a 15-year-old girl after a big fight in a parking lot near the Loop 202 and Williamsfield Road. Officers say there were multiple teenage girls involved in the fight. Detectives now reviewing videos and talking to witnesses to determine if anybody else will be charged. Remember, Gilbert was the site of some of those Gilbert Goons group beatings involving teenagers. If you or your child has any information about this fight, you're asked to submit a tip on the Gilbert Police website. After a hot ending, a hot Sunday here on our big holiday weekend, the valley's only getting hotter the rest of this week. Chris Dunn is joining us here with the news. Well, I guess expected in a way, Chris. It is mid-July here in August.
Yeah, we can always explain it away by saying it's summertime in the desert. But you know what? We have starred in this movie before, 110 degrees plus all week long in the valley, and then some. I say and then some because we will likely set a record on Wednesday, or at least tie a record. Extreme heat warning kicks in on Tuesday, goes through Thursday for the valley. It actually kicks in Wednesday in some of the surrounding areas, including Pima County and into Southern California, Imperial County. So the expanse of this heat wave will be much greater than just the Phoenix area. Here's the satellite radar. Another round of some showers and pop-up thunderstorms. Far southeastern Arizona, those showers extend up into New Mexico. And it's really kind of on the fringes of this area of high pressure that we'll see some more of these pop-up showers tomorrow. And again on Tuesday, but most of the state is in a pretty quiet weather pattern. Your highs tomorrow, 111 in Phoenix. We hit 110 today. Sedona approaching 100, 83 in Flagstaff, Page 100, and Tucson at 106 degrees. Some action across southeastern Arizona again, a 3 on the monsoon meter, 2 for the rim of the White Mountains, and a 1 for northern Arizona, as most of the state is seeing a quiet weather pattern. But really, the big story for the week ahead will be the extreme heat. 110 plus all week and record heat on Wednesday. My forecast high, are you ready for it? 116. That won't be the hottest day of the year so far, but it'll be pretty darn close. Troy?
All right, Chris, we'll see you in a few minutes. A woman shot near 35th Avenue and McDowell Road today. It happened just after 1 this afternoon. Phoenix police saying the woman was taken to the hospital, non-life-threatening injuries. Detectives, though, on scene investigating for much of the afternoon. No word yet on what led to this shooting. We have new information now on a woman who was found dead in a park near 59th Avenue and Osborne Road. Officers found that woman yesterday morning. Today they confirmed the woman was shot, and homicide detectives are now investigating the case. The woman's name has not yet been released. Anybody with information on the shooting is asked to contact Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. You can remain anonymous. Coochis County Sheriff's Office is sharing a story that they say proves that some pets are very devoted to their owners. It's a tragic story. Search and rescue crews were called to assist with somebody who had died. There's a dead body in a vehicle in a very remote area there. When they got there, they saw a little dog who had stayed with its dead owner for a number of days. The dog was then taken to a shelter. The team says it's not the first time they've seen a pet stay by its owner's side. Today, a significant day for crews working the Oak Ridge fire up on the Navajo Nation northeast of the valley. Firefighters nearly doubled containment in less than 24 hours. This fire now 75% contained. The fire's burned about 11,000 acres. The evacuation center in Fort Defiance is set to close now as people are being allowed back in their homes. The evacuation orders are expiring. Navajo officials are now asking for volunteers to help clean up and close that evacuation center. The cause of the fire is still being looked at.